Good morning, everyone. This is Polly Jo Labbe. This is Chakra Sessions from Star Nations Radio Network. I want to welcome you guys to this beautiful day after Christmas, and I hope you have been having a wonderful holiday with friends and family. Today's show is all about creating joy in the new year. And maybe after this joyful time, you forget how we lose touch with the joy that we hold within us as we go through some of the darker months where the sun isn't shining as much and it's maybe cold and snowy where you are. It certainly is where I am. And sometimes that gets us in a gloomy mood. And when that occurs, we actually start to impact our energy body, which contains our chakras. And when we have that energy, it really begins to alter our physical, our emotional, our mental, and our spiritual health. And, we can all have the winter blues. And a lot of people, this is a time of year when you get more sick or run down. And some of that has to do with, just the sense that we're indoors too much. We don't get outside in nature. And because all our windows and doors are shut and we're trying to stay warm, we don't move our energy as much as we ought to. And so one of the things that people start to feel is this huge need to exercise. We all kind of tap into that in our New Year's resolutions. But when we tap into that energy of, here we are and we need to move, we don't always sustain it because the energy around us can make us feel heavier. And then it starts to show up in our physical body. We start to crave foods that will make us heavier or make us feel more dense. We used to have to hibernate for the winter to take care of ourselves, and we no longer have to do that. So one of the things to help is to connect with our joy. Children instinctively know how to do it. So when we can spend time with them laughing and giggling and enjoying funny things, we can really be in a space where our joy can expand. So we're going to look at our energy body and all the places where we store joy, because when we can bring our joy out, then it can dispel any heaviness, any sadness, any grief that we may be feeling in the new year. So I am so excited to be able to share this with you because this is a time when, joy can be a difficult thing to tap into. Many families go through a rough patch right before the holidays or during the holidays, or maybe there's disappointment, and I'm somebody who's been through quite a bit in this fall and summer, and I wasn't sure how this holiday was going to turn out for me, but I just held my heart open and connected to as much joy as I could energetically connect with. And sometimes that's just watching those children's movies that you loved, or watching shows that just make you laugh, because being in that space of pure joy and just laughing, full belly laughs, is really, really healthy for you and really helpful. So I really, hope that you can find some different ways to connect with your joy. And I will be here today to help us do that through our meditation and through some of the insights that come through. For those of you who haven't, ever watched my show before, I want to welcome you. I'm Polly Jo Labbe, and I am the director of Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing, and the owner of Trinity Healing Sanctuary out here in Western Massachusetts. And my goal as a teacher and as a healer is to help you find who you really are and really heal all of the healers out there, because we all are meant to heal the planet in some way. We just may not know how yet. And I want to help heal everyone so that you get to do what you're meant to do while you're here. And why not do it from a place of joy? Because when we feel like we're in a ton of obligations and that we have to do things or we should do things, then our energy gets more compact and we're not in our happy place. But being connected to our joy and really doing what we love and being who we love, we can share that with others and spread the joy. And it sounds really simple, but at the same time, why do we have to keep talking about it if it was so simple? Because joy is not something that is out there in droves at the moment. And those of us who are here today, even in the archives, when you check this out later, this is all about you connecting with your joy. So I hope you can find a way to do that. So I really want to welcome you here to Chakra Sessions. And we are going to do a meditation and a clearing. And in this clearing meditation, we're going to make room for more joy to enter. Because when we hold on to energy or hold on to beliefs or thoughts that no longer work for us, then we are in a space where those thoughts start to impact our behavior and start to impact our physical health and our emotional health. And when we allow other people to dictate how we should feel or how we should be, we start to compress our own inner joy. And our inner child gets really cranky. If you haven't had a cranky inner child lately, just look around you because there's quite a few out there. I was definitely having a moment yesterday on Christmas. We call it too much birthday, too much Christmas, too much celebration. When those things happen in our family, it's when you've been going and going and going and the excitement builds and then you're so tired afterwards. And I had one of those moments yesterday where I felt the crash and burn. And the first thing was like my inner 2-year-old was fighting a nap because she didn't want to miss anything, but the nap was what was needed. So sometimes you need to do those things to tap into your inner joy as well. So let us begin. We are going to start with a really simple meditation to clear our energy. And we all can use that, just we did a lot over the last few weeks, really preparing, no matter what holiday you celebrated, we really have been going nonstop. And whatever job you're working at, for a lot of us, there was this huge crescendo that happened as we came into the holidays, and now we may, if we're lucky, we have a little bit of a breathing room. So I would love to give you even more space to breathe in that room. So if you can, find a way to get yourself nice and comfortable and, find a way to really get in that space of relaxation and that space of joy. Oh, I want to share that. Hi, Neshi. Welcome. Happy holidays. I hope you and your family had a beautiful holiday. Good morning, Kathleen. Blessings to you too. I'm so glad to see you guys over here. We are about to start a beautiful meditation to clear some energy and make room for joy in our new lives. So I hope you guys are in a space where you can get comfortable. And as you do that, really, get yourself in a good spot, sit in a chair, lay down, whatever works for you. But give yourself a few moments to create some sacred space. I like to have my feet on the floor. I like to be on something that is wooden if I can, because it allows me to really feel grounded and connected to the earth. So I'm going to take a couple deep breaths and I hope you'll join me. So just breathe in And each time you breathe out, feel free to make a noise to release any energy that is stuck really deep within your body. As you do, try to allow your shoulders to relax. Feel the weight of your body. And for those of you who don't know me too well, I make little clearing noises. It can sound a little like a burp or a squawk, and that's the energy releasing for you and for me. And we're going to call in the divine, however we perceive that, whether it is God or Goddess, Creator, all that is, Great Spirit. We're going to invite and open an invitation of welcome to the divine to come in to us and through us and connect with us once more or more deeply. Yeah. And we're going to create a sacred space around us. And as we do this, we ask that we are surrounded and protected in a bubble of love and light that is guarded by our guardians on the divine realm. Yeah. So that we can be fully open to receive in this moment. Yeah. And we're going to also invite in our angels, our guides, our ancestors, our teachers, and our gurus. Those divine beings who work with us and through us to guide us on our physical and spiritual journey in this lifetime and all the lifetimes that we carry within us. Yeah. And beneath our feet, we are going to connect deeply with the Earth Mother and just allow our connection to take root. So you may either feel a giant cord of connection, like an umbilical cord from you to the heart of the Mother, or you may feel these deep, deep roots that go beneath you and spread in each layer of the earth, getting thicker and deeper until you reach the very molten center, where the heart of the Mother is. Yeah. And then also at the very, very top of your head, imagine the connection between you and the divine through all the layers of the cosmos up to original source of creation. Yeah. And as you are sitting or lying here, you become a giant pillar of love and light, perfectly in balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Yeah. And we set the intention that this healing is for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves. Yeah. And I set the intention to be a clear channel of love and light for you to guide you on this journey. And you are welcome to set any additional intention that you wish. Yeah. And it is also my intention to clear away any energy that is blocking you from creating your own personal joy today and every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you may begin to feel the energy above your crown, above your head, and it may feel pressure, you may feel tingling, you may sense light. And that is the divine energy waiting for permission to give you this healing, for you to open the pathway, the channel for you to receive fully what the divine would like to share with you.
Yeah.
So begin to allow the energy to come through the top of your head. And as it does, allow it to clear any thoughts, beliefs, ideas, to-do lists that may be spinning in your head, and simply put them aside for another time. But in this moment, just make space for you to be in your fullness.
Yeah.
This is your time. And any distractions that have pulled your energy away from you, release those and allow your energy to return home. Within you, within your temple.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And as it begins to come in through where your eyes and your ears are, just allow your perceptions and your intuition to clear and open, allowing space for you to fully feel all of your senses and to open those connection points between you and your guides.
Yeah.
So that you can hear fully and be heard fully on the divine plane as well as here on the earth plane.
Yeah.
Opening the path of communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
And allowing space for your personal self-expression to expand and open. Releasing all the ways we've clamped it shut.
Yeah.
Those times we have worried about what others would think if we really were ourselves.
Yeah.
Those times we've held back words that needed to be said,
Yeah.
maybe from a fear place of conflict.
Yeah.
Then opening up our throat for being in our truth and in our integrity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that all ways we express ourselves can be seen, heard, and received. And so that we are open to do that for others as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And as our throat begins to relax, feel the energy behind your neck releasing all the stress and all the tension and all the worries and burdens that you carried, especially in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feeling the energy just massage gently down
yeah,
knowing that your voice is supported by the divine, your thoughts are supported by the divine.
yeah, yeah,
And really allowing the shoulders to relax. Feeling the weight being gently massaged off. All the burdens, the shoulds and the shouldn'ts and the coulds and the couldn'ts that we carry for ourselves, but we carry for others. Just really allow that to loosen up and relax.
yeah,
And continue to allow the energy to move down your spine.
yeah,
Creating a beautiful tunnel of divine light supporting you in each and every moment. In who you are and who you be. And that all you do and share with others.
yeah,
And then allowing your lungs to fill with this divine energy. Releasing anything that is impacting you from breathing in and living your life fully.
yeah,
As you breathe, allow any old energy to just release out. For those energy pockets that get stuck in our lungs, in particular this time of year, when the energy is not moving, the pneumonia and bronchitis and asthma set in, making it very difficult to be in our fullness.
yeah,
And allowing the energy to fill in your heart like a giant cup, the cup of life, the holy grail that resides within you. Feel it filling into this beautiful nectar.
yeah,
And as it fills, it just overflows in such a way that it flows down your arms and into your hands.
yeah,
Opening the ability to give and receive fully.
yeah,
In all of our relationships.
yeah,
And clearing the chambers of the heart. Those 4 beautiful spaces.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Opening all the valves to move freely and fully. Allowing our bloods to fill with the divine oxygen and the cells to just spread through our entire body, through our whole bloodstream, to all our tissues and muscles and bones, to our skin, our organs,
yeah,
so that all are filled with this divine clearing energy.
yeah,
And in particular, releasing any old grief or disappointment, betrayal that you may be holding in your heart, and filling it with pockets of compassion and forgiveness for yourself. We don't have to forgive the actions of others or the behaviors of others, but simply forgive ourselves for being in that space where we needed to receive that as a soul lesson for some purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And allowing the old judgment and resentment and worry and stress to begin to melt away.
Yeah.
Out of all those upper organs, releasing any anxiety or panic that may be affecting your self-esteem or your self-worth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all those places where you've held on to anger, even righteous anger,
Yeah.
because all of those will constrict and stop your organs from flowing fully and completely.
Yeah.
Releasing old depression or current depression. Knowing in this moment you are completely loved and supported and guided, or you wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And opening the spaces where all of our feelings are located. And allowing space for the water energy to flow through them so that it is perfectly normal and okay to feel all of your feelings fully. In the ebb and the flow of life,
Yeah.
our feelings guide us and teach us all that we are meant to learn from this human experience.
Yeah.
And when we allow that to open, we open our relationships more fully.
Yeah.
With friends and family and our loved ones. We open that juicy part of us that makes us who we are, how we create on the planet. Opening that juice so that we can do what we desire and be who we desire to be.
Yeah.
And remember who we are in the fullest sense.
Yeah.
As a divine being in this human body, in this human experience.
Yeah.
And opening up the circuits of manifestation that allow us to create everything in our lives, including all forms of abundance.
Yeah.
And anchoring it into our tailbone, into that area where our safety and our security lies. And as it anchors into the tailbone, it then shoots down both the legs and deep, deep, deep within Mother Earth once more. Knowing we are safe and we are secure.
Yeah.
That we are fully capable of meeting all of our own needs with the love and the guidance of the divine.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And as that energy continues to move down into the earth to compost, allow that to really go deep within the earth, because that will transform into beautiful new energy for the planet and for ourselves.
Yeah.
For the more energy we are willing to release back to Creator, the more energy we have to create with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we're going to tap back into our heart and reach inside to connect with our inner child. For our inner child holds the joy in its fullest sense.
Yeah.
And remembering our connection to our inner child, we can now be in a place where the child within feels safe to come out, because we will surround and protect them.
Yeah.
And allow the heart energy to expand to accommodate this beautiful joy energy that our inner child holds, so that there's even more room in our energy body for our inner child and for our joy.
Yeah.
So that we may access it even more quickly.
Yeah.
And then allowing that joy to radiate through all the chakras. So you feel it come from the heart going down the body and up, so that it's connecting to the Divine Mother down below and the Divine Father up above.
Yeah.
So imagine this giant channel of joy running up and down your entire energy body to the depths of the earth and to all the way to the tips of creation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And now imagine creating a triangle from your heart to both of your hips,
Yeah.
and allowing the hips to connect to each other and open that giant triangle.
Yeah.
And within that triangle is our circuit to create joy in our lives.
Yeah.
But the inner child must be fully present
Yeah.
to make room for that to anchor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if your inner child feels a little sad or wounded, just you're going to send a little extra love and joy, so that there's more space for joy to be created. More play, more love
Yeah.
for them to expand into, and as they do, so do we. For we are our inner child.
Yeah.
And there's a few of you who have pockets in your belly, right above the belly button.
Yeah.
And if you're someone who feels that, just place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And as you do, just allow the heart energy to fill. And if there's any other places where you feel tightness, where the joy is not flowing fully within you, Feel free to place one hand on your heart and the other hand on the spot that is aching at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. And now just take a moment of gratitude to the divine energy, to your angels, to your guides who have been with you through this meditation, reminding you how to access your inner joy.
Yeah.
Allowing you to be yourself in so many new ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll take a couple of deep breaths and allow any extra energy again to go all the way down to Mother Earth beneath you, or hand it up to the divine above you, whichever feels more in sync with you and your energy right now.
Yeah.
And as you do, just gently and slowly return to this space and to this room, wherever you are located, and gently dissolve your meditation.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that meditation. It is one that is really, I don't want to say it's easy because it's not easy, but it's really a way for you to connect with yourself, connect with joy, and really being in a space where we can be creating joy in the new year. And it may seem easy, but it's such an easy time to do this. Thank you, Abigail. Abigail is one of my students and a teaching assistant at my school. I'm glad you enjoyed the meditation. I'm glad you're able to be with us here today live, because I know usually you are off teaching those beautiful special needs students of yours who need such a loving, supportive host. And Abigail is also expecting, and so we can't wait to meet Emrys, her little boy, who will be joining us, and she will be really in tune with with joy when we get there. Because boy, there's nothing like a new little one to remind us of how to create joy in our lives. Oh yes, Abigail is saying that she's on school vacation, and I'm sure a whole bunch of you are as well. It can be a lovely time when you're a child, but when you have children at home who've been home for a little while, I know there are certain times when we enjoy when vacation ends. So I hope you guys enjoyed the meditation. One of the things that's really key to creating joy in your life is remembering to check in with your inner child. Your inner child is really key to helping you focus on those things that are really calling to you and really will help open up your heart energy. And one of the things that we do here at the school, I channel. I don't know if you realize that I channel a lot of the meditations, but I am a channel. And as that, there are times when I'm doing healing work where these remedies come through. They're essential oils that come through. Oh, thank you, Kathleen, sorry. She really enjoyed the meditation. Thank you, dear. When I'm channeling, Meditation. That's cute. I do channel the meditations, but sometimes when I am working on healing, I also channel remedies that help people with things that aren't working for them. And so one of the most recent blends that I've done, I'm going to show you, it's a little hard to see, is our meditation blend. And using the oils on it helps you open up the space and allows you to meditate, have a little bit of clarity. And it really helps focus your energy and helps focus your intention. So this has been, it's one of our newest blends. It came through in November. And since then, it's hard for me to even keep it on the shelves here. I'm not even sure it's on the website quite yet. But we have a number of things that will open up and allow you to access those parts of your energy body that you need to connect to. And when you feel the need to connect to joy or gratitude or grace or abundance, all of the things that you might want to create for yourself in the new year, even if you don't know how or where the circuit is located, you just need to set the intention that you're opening up space for that type of new thing to come in. And joy is such a big part of it for many of us. And when we are in the heaviness of the winter, for those of us who are in areas of the world where we're having snow or a lot of cold weather, we spend a lot of time indoors. So when we spend all that time indoors, what do we do? How do we move our energy? And meditation is huge for that. Thank you, Neshi. Neshi says, me too, Kathleen. That meditation was very helpful. Thanks, Polly Jo. I appreciate that. Neshi is my guardian angel at Star Nations Radio. She helps keep me on track and on point for helping you and also creating what I am trying to do, which is reach as many healers as I can out on the planet and help you guys clear the path so that you are doing what you were meant to do and being who you're meant to be, because we're all here to shine our light in our own unique way. And so sometimes we need a little bit of extra help when we're doing that. So when you are feeling the dark energy or the doom and gloom of the weather, or that you haven't been able to go outside and breathe in the air, what are ways that you can continue to create joy and not get into the seasonal depression? Well, one of the best ways to begin with is meditation. Taking time to create a sacred space and create a ritual for yourself on how you're going to do that. Maybe you're going to do it through journaling. Maybe you are going to do that energetically through automatic writing. Automatic writing is one of the things I teach people to do to move their energy, because it grounds things that are spinning in your brain. And as you get it onto paper, the paper is part of a tree. So it grounds the energy and it allows it to connect back with the earth, and it stops swirling around in your brain. And as you release the things that are swirling, then the things that want to flow through start to appear on the page. So doing that as a ritual or as a way to open up space for new energy to come in is perfect. And that can be a form of meditation. You don't have to sit and necessarily be quiet. Anything that allows your brain to dump all of the swirling thoughts can be a meditation. It can be washing the dishes or doing the laundry or something that you do without really thinking, brushing your teeth, taking a shower. When you are just automatically in the routine, your brain can shut off. It also can get spinning, but you can take a moment to just allow yourself to go on automatic pilot. And when you do that, you create space in your energy body. And when you create space, then you can bring in, through intention, what you are hoping to bring in. And today's focus is on joy, because I know that a lot of people suffer, especially this time of year, with the depression, because they're not getting enough sunlight, they're not getting outside, they're not having the air moving through their house. We don't have the windows open, and everything becomes stagnant. So when things become stagnant in our environment, they become stagnant inside of us. And that's actually when we get sick. So going out and being about is not always the way we get sick. Obviously, if we get too chilled, that can be it. But being out and about can actually help us not get sick, because then we are moving the energy off of our body and making room. Another way that you can clear your energy so you have space for new joy to come in is to do anything that will activate your inner child. And I probably say this at least every other chakra session. Start playing with your inner child. Do things that your inner child would have enjoyed, when you were younger. Pull out some crayons and color. And I know the coloring books are fabulous for a lot of people. For me, they're a little bit stressful, because one of the things that was difficult for me was to color in the lines. That caused a lot of stress for me. It wasn't relaxing. It wasn't meditative for me. For some people, they find the coloring books, they can do the automatic pilot and just color in that fashion. I prefer to just take crayons and doodle. Do swirls and whatnot, not worry about creating an actual picture. And when I'm able to do that, my inner child relaxes. And I use more and more color. I often will use music to help that energy kind of come to life. I'm very fond of using crystal bowls, because when those are playing, it starts to vibrate your chakras, and that clears energy while you're doing something with your inner child, like coloring or play with Play-Doh, or do things that you enjoyed. Maybe put a jigsaw puzzle together, or Margaret, who's one of our Star Nation hosts, she got a spirograph for Christmas, and I'll tell you, my inner child was a little bit jealous, because I loved that. And now as an adult, many of us are kind of laughing, especially the Star Nation's radio host, about the fact that there was so much sacred geometry in those spirographs. But they were so fun to play with, right? And, that easy bake oven was another one of those things that some of us had, or some of us didn't have, and got to play at friends' houses with. And that was just this way, maybe you bake some things that are just for you, or just for your inner child, things that are kind of gooey and fun, finger painting. One of the things that I used to love to do that really brings my inner child out is using wax paper and taking broken crayons and making shavings with scissors, so that you have shavings of the crayons, and you put it on top of the wax paper, and you put another layer of wax paper, and you use an iron to create these pictures. And it was one of those things that I used to do with my grandmother. And what a great way to use up those broken crayons that were just hard to color with anymore. And what a fantastic way to create art that was fun and different, and you couldn't control the picture. So it was just about all the colors and how it would come out. And it was very, very fun to do that. So take your inner child out and play. If it's warm enough for you to be out, do it. Make snow angels, make snowmen, throw snowballs. Just have that time where you are playing, because the inner child really accesses the joy. And be mindful of what you ingest. And I'm not just talking about food. The healthier the food you eat, the more energy you have. But the other thing that we ingest is the TV we watch, or the all of the news that comes across our social media. And that can get depressing. So be mindful about how much of that you're ingesting and what you're allowing your body to see. I really love to watch anything that makes me laugh, any TV shows, any movies that just make me laugh, and anything that my inner child loved. Some of the cartoons and some of the Disney movies. And like last night, I watched both versions of The Grinch. And my inner child just had, there were so many memories attached to it, but there was so much wonder and joy that was also attached to it. And I always loved the fact that, even the most grumpiest person on the planet, the Grinch, when he got to, have that taste of the holiday spirit, his heart just grew even bigger, and it filled up and filled with joy. And we are so able to do that within our own lives, but we forget, because when we get kind of grinchy, we have a really hard time connecting with those parts of us that really bring us, something special and something that connects to our joy. So as we, are thinking about joy in our lives, anything that will take care of yourself will allow space for you to take care of others. So make sure that you're doing things that are just for you, to refuel you, because we often get drained when we're taking care of other people, especially in the winter season. If people are getting sick, then we get a little run down as well. So make sure you're doing those things that you love to do, take a nice hot bath, or read a good book, or curl up with a cup of tea or cocoa, and just allow yourself to feel pampered. I know a lot of people who like to have, mani-pedis done, or a massage, or even energy work. I do a lot of energy work to help people take care of themselves. And I do that. I have my own energy worker that I go to take care of me, because I take care of a lot of other people. And it's nice to just relax, I love going and getting my hair done too, because, for that amount of time, my phone is off and nobody can get a hold of me, and it is just my time for me. And maybe you just need to set an alarm and turn off your phone or turn off your Facebook and disconnect, so that you can recharge your battery. And like I said, read a good book. People are so busy, we've stopped reading. I noticed that in my family, we usually give books for the holidays, and I didn't purchase books this year for anybody, which was odd for me. But my son and daughter-in-law, they gave books to everyone, and my mom's partner, he gave books to everyone as well. And people were just excited about it, even if it was something they would never have thought to pick up from themselves. The joy of just getting a book, and having the chance to sit down and read it, and take some time to play games. Those old-fashioned board games can be a lot of fun, and I know, my kids will swear by doing the video games as well. But for some of us, it was the old board games that we would laugh and talk and have snacks and really build a sense of community. And all of those things will sort of bring joy back into your body and remind you that as you take care of yourself, you can share that with others. And then you have room to create anything that you want in the new year, including joy, and really expanding your opportunity to share the love, and shine your light, which is really cool. So for those of you who are in my neck of the woods, I just want to remind everybody that we have on Wednesday evenings from 6:30 to 8, we have an in-person meditation where we clear our chakras. And we receive messages. We use oracle cards, very much like Denise does on her show. I actually use Denise's cards at the moment to hand out messages to people so that you have something to work on and meditate with as well. So if you want to come join us in person at Trinity Healing Sanctuary, you are completely welcome. And I wanted to let those of you who enjoy a good tarot reading, I wanted to let you know that I am doing, now through the end of January, I'm doing yearly tarot readings by Skype, by phone, or in person. And those I only offer once a year. And it's a fun way to look at what energy is coming up for the new year and how you can plan when you're going to do things, because there's times when your energy may need to kind of decompress, and that might not be the greatest time to start a new project, but usually it's a time for you to kind of collect everything you need. And then when you have these great times for energy, it's perfect to launch new books, new ideas, new shows, whatever it is you're doing, or painting a new picture, or beginning a new journey. All of those things can come in. So I will be doing those yearly readings soon. And those of you who are really interested in, what we do here at Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing, I'm going to quickly write out our school page that you can like on Facebook and find out more details. But we have a new online program that is starting on January 15th. I'm really excited about. We did a test program this summer that worked fabulously, and it's called Jumpstart. And Jumpstart is a way for you to jump into your energy and really focus on how you can connect to who you are, clear out some of the things that are causing you difficulty, learn how your own energy impacts how you are and how you create things in your life. And even ways to take care of your energy body when you notice that certain areas of your life are maybe a little weaker than others. And the cool thing about this class is it's all online. You receive emails and it allows you to just do it at your own pace. We connect every 2 weeks with a conference call, and you do an in-person healing if you're in the area. And we just have a blast, and it is a great way for you to have this volume of knowledge that's yours for the rest of your life, because it's all downloadable and you can print it, and it's there for you to access. And it's been really, really helpful for a number of people. And so for those of you who are really interested in creating change in your new year, maybe it's time to look at your energy body and your chakras, because they really influence what we do and how we do it. So I want to say thank you and Happy New Year to everyone. I will be here next Tuesday. And believe it or not, next Tuesday is a full moon. So as we are doing our meditation, we will be in this glorious full moon, and I can't wait. So New Year, the first full moon of the new year, and there'll be fabulous energy that we can connect to. So have a beautiful rest of your holiday season, and I hope you join me next week for Chakra Sessions with Polly Jo Labbe. If you enjoyed this meditation, please like and share it so that other people can get an opportunity to receive the healing as well. And have a blessed rest of your week. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye.